Under a starry night, a donkey named Tobias was grazing while his owner slept nearby. Suddenly, a creaking noise shattered the night's calm. Tobias, always vigilant, perked up his ears. From the shadows, a sinister figure emerged. Before Tobias could alert his owner, the dark figure muzzled him. Thus, the noble donkey was cruelly taken from his home. The man brought Tobias to a place of despair and suffering, a vast, barren land where even the air felt toxic. There, numerous emaciated donkeys wandered around millstones, their eyes hollow and desperate. This seemed to be the grim fate awaiting Tobias as well. The masters of this hellish place were a group of ruthless criminals, embodying cruelty and greed. They forced the donkeys to work endlessly, providing just enough food and water to keep them alive, while whipping them to maximize their labor. Tobias, with an unyielding spirit, attempted to escape several times, but each attempt was futile, resulting in brutal beatings. Each blow, each wound, seemed to sap a bit more of his inner strength. Within a week, he was on the verge of giving up. However, fate had a different plan. One day, the estate's gates were left open and jammed. Tobias saw a chance. The men had left the entrance open for repairs, and Tobias had lost so much weight that his chains had loosened. Before him lay an opportunity that might never come again. Yet fear of further punishment made him hesitate, and he turned away to resist the temptation. It was then that a heron, with feathers as white as snow and eyes full of wisdom, spoke to him. "What are you doing, boy? You cannot miss this opportunity." The heron, observing everything from a nearby tree, urged Tobias with such insistence that he finally found the courage to seize the moment. With little effort, he freed himself from his chains and fled the estate. The heron flew alongside him. However, the criminals did not remain idle. They mounted their horses and began pursuing the poor donkey. At that moment, it seemed as if the world was conspiring against Tobias, as a massive rainstorm began to pour down with force, as if summoned by the men to erase Tobias's only chance of freedom. The flood turned the ground into a slippery swamp, making it impossible for Tobias to see beyond his nose, causing him to stumble over logs and stones. Already weakened by malnutrition and exhaustion, Tobias struggled to stay on his feet, but the criminals were relentless. With tears of despair, he could do nothing but cry and repeat, "I can't do it," he thought, as his urge to surrender and his despair intensified with each step. Yet, he wasn't alone. The heron had soared above the clouds to escape the storm, but hadn't deserted Tobias. Its voice, nearly drowned by the rain, urged him, "Keep going, Tobias. Don't give up. Please keep going." This voice was a beacon of hope amidst the storm, the only thing preventing the donkey from giving up entirely. Finally, just as the pursuers seemed about to catch him, the rain ceased, and Tobias could see clearly. The courageous donkey immediately noticed that his true owner's settlement was about 300 meters away. Inspired by this glimmer of hope, he summoned his last bit of strength and dashed toward safety. The men, seeing the settlement, retreated, leaving Tobias finally free. Tobias's owner rushed out of his hut and embraced him with tears. The heron descended from the sky and approached Tobias. The donkey looked at it gratefully and asked, "Why did you trust me so much? Without you, I would have given up, and only fate knows what would have happened to me." The heron replied calmly, "The reason is that when you're in the midst of the storm, things aren't seen clearly. Never forget that, Tobias." The donkey listened intently and understood the true meaning of those words. From above the dark clouds where I was flying, I could see you were heading toward the end of the storm and toward shelter. That's why I urged you not to stop, because I could see what you couldn't, and I knew you'd soon be safe, even if you couldn't see it in the storm, the heron explained further. Thus, Tobias realized that even in the darkest times, hope can be found if you keep moving forward. He learned that misfortunes can only catch you if you stop looking ahead, and no matter how tough the storm is, it will eventually end. You just have to follow that light that encourages you not to succumb to the darkness. If you're currently in the midst of a storm, please listen to us and don't give up. Keep moving forward. You can do it. A better life awaits you. Free yourself from the chains of fear, criticism, and concern about what others think or what you will become. The only chain that can truly stop you is your own mind. Consider this story that allows you to rise a little above the storm clouds so you know that freedom is waiting for you. You have our full support, and if you enjoyed this story, know that there are many more to come that will captivate you. So begin, do not delay, and join us who are already on this journey for the enrichment of your mind, soul, and heart. Don't hesitate and never surrender. Share your thoughts in the comments about this story, and if you've ever felt like Tobias. If you enjoyed the video, remember to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss upcoming content. Also, turn on the notification bell, and we'll catch you in the next video.